to India if I could. Thank you. Namaskar, Hogi Bunny. Namaskar. Namaskar. That means see you again. Bye. Thanks for having us. Bye. Namaskar. Hi, Waterpad.
What an incredible Indian play date you've had, Harper and Roo.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Let's find out what we've learnt about India. Just loading. First up, Samru told you all about Ganesha and what a great model you made.
I found that so interesting. Me too.
Then we learnt how to play a traditional Indian board game.
I love playing that game. I was the best at that.
And finally, it was time to try out some traditional Kansale instruments.
Very, very cool.
Did you have fun finding out all about India?
Yeah!
Thanks, Samrood. I wonder where we'll go next time on Roo and Harper's Wonder World. It's fun in the park, isn't it, Fia? Here you are, you're 3 today. Happy birthday from Mummy, Daddy, and your grandparents, and Charlie Boy, the dog. Oh, Freya Rose, you are next. It's your birthday, and you're 3 today from Mummy, Daddy, and Jensen as well. Milkshakers, we're just in time for a story.
Adventure is waiting around every corner. Imaginext DC Super Friends Playsets sponsors weekdays on Milkshake.
Milkshakers, you know what time it is. It's time for a story in the Milkshake Story Den. Are you ready for a story? And how about you, Wiggly Win? Are you ready for a story? Yeah! Now, today's book is called Ingenious Edie, Master Inventor of Tiny Town. And this story is by Patrick Corrigan. On a tiny street in a tiny town lived a tiny inventor called Edie. Her gadgets and gizmos were second to none. Each new one she invented was shinier and faster and cleverer than the last. But Edie's inventions were always top secret. Nobody's allowed to help. One day, as Edie was scanning the sky, she saw something peculiar through her new binoculars. A mischievous magpie was prowling high above the town. The magpie loved to swoop and loop the loop. But what he loved most was anything shiny. He snatched whatever he could from the townsfolk and with his sneaky disguises got away without a hitch. But nothing could get past Edie and her X-ray specs. It was time to stop that magpie from stealing their stuff. And who better to do it than the very best inventor in Tiny Town? She made countless creations and tried to be quick, but nothing seemed to work. I think I might need a little help after all. Edie's friends came to bring her down and set her free. And she told them all about the magpie and the failed inventions. I'm supposed to be the very best super special inventor in town, but I can't beat that magpie, Edie sobbed. But what if you don't need to stop him all by yourself, asked Ladybird. I bet with your inventing skills and our help, We could teach that magpie a lesson in no time, said Mouse. They gathered the broken pieces from Edie's inventions and hatched a plan. The next day, there was something new and mysterious in town. Ladies, gentlemen, beasts and bugs, step right up to see the world's finest collection of shiny things. Magpie circled overhead, searching for anything shiny. He couldn't resist the bait. Mouse gave the signal, Edie pulled the extra strong mega magnet lever and... zoom! Ka-plunk! Magpie's pockets full of stolen coins and bits and bobs sucked him into the mega magnet. We did it, said Edie. We've got you, and you can't steal any more of our things. Ow! Stop! Help! I promise I won't pilfer anything else, pleaded Magpie. Magpie promised never to steal again and returned their things. What are you going to do with me now? Edie had one more ingenious idea. From then on, Edie would always let her friends help with her inventing. Even Magpie, who was given the job of Chief Shiny Part Collector. Edie's inventions got even better, and the people of the tiny town lived a tiny bit happier. Milkshakers, did you enjoy that tiny story? And how about you, Wiggly Win? Did you enjoy it too? Good. Make sure you join us next time for more stories in the Milkshake Story Den. Bye-bye!
Get ready for an adventure. Your favourite heroes are here. Imaginext DC Super Friends playsets. Sponsors weekdays on Milkshake.
Macy, that's a gorgeous dress you're wearing, and you are too. Happy birthday from your mummy and your daddy. And down on the beach, it's Finn. And Finn is 1 year old today, with love from mummy, daddy, and Reg as well. Now, coming up tomorrow morning, we've got brand new chip and potato for you and brand new mix ups. So do make sure you join us. Bye-bye.
Yay!
It's time to lose yourself.
Hello?
In an afternoon of adventure.
Looks like some secret passageway.
Like in the movies.
Romance.
You are the only man I have ever loved.
And thrills.
Help! Call 911!
She's dead. This is what happens when I skip breakfast.
Afternoon films, weekdays at 2:15 on Channel 5 and My5.
Michael Portillo is eating at the oldest restaurant in the world with a 300-year-old oven. Amazing. He's in Madrid tonight at 7. Now Friday with Jeremy Vine.
Today, should we send prisoners to Estonia to ease the pressure on jails? Is it time to abolish the House of Lords? And is takeaway coffee a waste of money? With me, Vanessa Feltz. Good morning and welcome to the show. It's Friday the 6th of September and I'll be keeping you company this morning sitting in for Jeremy. I'm delighted to be joined by Guardian columnist Owen Jones and broadcaster and author Saira Khan. And here's what's on today's show. First up, should we send criminals to Estonia to tackle prison overcrowding? Ministers are reportedly considering this after men's prisons in England and Wales almost ran out of cells last month. But is sending criminals abroad the answer? Then, Is it time to abolish the House of Lords? Hereditary peers will soon be removed from the upper chamber in a major reform of the parliamentary system, but should we scrap the Lords altogether? And is takeaway coffee a waste of money? Who remembers this? Mellow Birds. Do you remember we used to make coffee at home for less than a penny a cup? And delicious it was too, at least that's the way I remember it. Millennials spent, would you believe, more than £700 on coffee in fancy chains and cafes last year? £700 on coffee. Is that money well spent? Or is your morning brew best when it comes from an old-fashioned jar? Do get in touch with your thoughts and let us know how much you would pay, how much do you pay for a cup of coffee? After that, Matthew McConaughey, Richard Branson and Sir Keir Starmer. What do they all have in common? Well, they've all been interviewed by this man, Jake Humphrey. He'll join us to talk about his hit podcast, High Performance, which features some of the world's most successful people. And at 11:30, Alexis Conran sits in for Storm. He'll debate whether water bosses should be jailed if their companies dump sewage. So, if you want to get in touch, and I hope you will this morning, you can call us on 0207 862 2222. That's 0207 862 2222. Calls from landlines may cost up to 16p a minute, plus any call set-up fees, and calls from mobiles may cost considerably more. To send us a message, head to Facebook or Twitter and search for Jeremy Vine on 5. We're also on YouTube, Jeremy Vine on 5. Welcome, panel. Very warm welcome. Owen, let's start with you.
Oh, must we?
Yes, we definitely must. It's not
Yes.
optional at all to say, number one, congratulations and mazel tov, because something very exciting is happening for you next week.
Yeah, I guess I'm getting civil partnered up. And yeah, do you know what? I never saw myself as the wedding sort of guy.
We can see a picture
bless
of your
him.
partner. He looks lovely. What's his name?
He's called Victor. He's a doctor from Brazil. So he actually does something useful. He doesn't just babble incoherently on television, actually. In fact, you know, just say he went back to Brazil. I met him after that, but he went to Brazil for the pandemic, and it was, you know, quite a traumatizing thing. Brazil dealt with it very badly, and the hospitals were overwhelmed. But obviously, you know, he's a very caring, sweet guy. Yeah, I never saw myself.
Only you could bring a discussion of the pandemic into talking about
I know, I was just trying to-
wedding plans.
I'm just fleshing him out.
Brazil and the pandemic. Let's talk about the lovely frivolous stuff, right, Sarah, that we want to know.
Absolutely.
What are you going to be wearing? What's the menu? What's the
having a
colour scheme?
cake?
Bridesmaids and page? What's the whole thing?
It's going to be very low key. I'm not a wedding person, if I'm honest.
Is it true that you never thought you'd do this and you're shocking
in
yourself?
my head, I just, like driving a car and getting married were just two things I thought I'm never going to do those. Other people do that, not for me. And I'm still never going to learn how to drive. Yeah, but I'd say in my family we're just not a very marriage-orientated group of people. I've got two elder brothers. They've got long-term female partners. They've both got 2 kids each. My eldest brother...
What about your mum and dad, though?
They got married, actually, very interesting. My mum got married when she was 20 and my dad was 26. But I think they did that because my dad's mum was quite religious, and I think they just did that out of respect, but they didn't take it very seriously. And, you know, my eldest brother, he lives in France. He just signed a form. And apparently they converted into a marriage, but they did no ceremony at all. My other brother did a party with no ceremony.
I think this is a very long preamble to the fact that you are actually doing it. So why are you doing it then?
Well, I don't know. I just turned 40. I mean, I don't know.
Where's the bit where you say your head over heels in love? I want to hear that.
This is about love,
I know,
love,
obviously.
emotion.
Give us the romance that we're looking for here.
I do, obviously. I know, I'm trying not to be soppy on national television. I do know, obviously, I love him very much, yeah. And we've, you know, yeah, I don't know, what is, how do you define... Are we going to start talking about love? No.
Yes. Why don't we start talking about love? What's wrong with that for a change?
It's obviously nice to show that kind of commitment. It's funny, his family are coming over who are, they've never left Latin America. They don't speak a word of English. So we've had to hire an interpreter, which will be interesting because they don't say any, which I think politically might be for the best because, let's just say, I don't think we see eye to eye.
I don't want political discussion at your wedding under any circumstance.
No, I'm just saying he's from a very different background from mine, is what I'm trying to, you know.
That's all right. I'm in a mixed marriage. It's fine. It's not a problem.
Yeah, but we're very different people, and I think that's what...
OK,
that's
question. Why, given that you could have a beautiful and flamboyant gay wedding ceremony, have you chosen instead to have, you know, what sounds like a slightly lower-key civil ceremony instead? Why are you not doing the actual wedding?
I'm probably going to set people's eyes rolling, but I find the institution of marriage off-putting. And with its associations throughout history, associated with male domination of women, and also often quite religious connotations about, you know, basically showing your love in before God. And I respect people of faith. I've been to lots of, you know, I mean, the best weddings I've always been to are Jewish weddings because they centre the bride and groom in a way that I find Christian weddings don't.
Except I had one of those, and a Jewish wedding, the bride is completely silent. So talking about the patriarchy, you don't even get to say "I do" in any language.
Well,
nobody hears. My guests at my wedding did not hear me say a single word, which is quite unusual.
Because I was best man at his wedding. It was a Jewish wedding. He's obviously best man at mine. Yeah. But I loved. I mean, what I'm trying to do with this is just have. It's a nice place for people to come together who I love, who I've, you know, my life. They're very big parts of my life.
So when you have a civil partnership, is that not a marriage?
It is exactly the same legally. You have the same rights.
But you just don't call it... But you don't like the word marriage.
I don't... Yeah, I mean, it's not a marriage in that legally it's a civil partnership, but it has the same rights and responsibilities. Okay. The same rights and responsibilities.
We just need to picture the whole thing. What are you going to be wearing?
Do you know what? I'd probably just wear
I don't. No, we're going.
You haven't chosen.
Vanessa, we're taking him shopping.
It's very low key. I'm going to tell people to turn up in a relaxed. I want people to just be themselves.
Okay, after the show, we hit the road.
We are going shopping with him. You are not turning up on your wedding day in just your.
But people, I don't want people turning up in suits. I'll wear a suit.
You make the effort for your big day.
Yeah, but black suits.
What's on the menu for food?
We're going to have a nice Turkish food.
Oh, no.
Because it's going to be in Dalston, in Hackney, with a big Turkish community. Lovely, beautiful food.
OK, and key question, are you going to be retaining the stubble for the day?
Do you know what? It's funny you say that, because I was with my best man yesterday, took him for dinner, and he said that to me in a way...
I think you look quite good with the stubble.
But he almost said it as though you will be taking that off. Absolutely not, no.
Oh, no, it looks good.
Yeah, do you think it's a bad idea?
I don't know. I mean, it's a moot point because I'll tell you why. Because front page of the Times today, can you see here Prince William with his stubble in place? And apparently he grew it, shaved it off, and then grew it back again.
I think it looks great. He hasn't got loads on top, so why not have it down here?
My partner said to me that if I didn't have stubble when he met me, he wouldn't have gone out with me.
Yeah, you look too young. You look too young without the stubble.
Probably.
You look good with the
I look like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone without it.
And just checking, how do you know when stubble crosses that boundary, that border, into an actual full beard?
I'll tell you why. Yeah. Biology in my case, because I could never, ever grow a proper beard. There was no danger of that happening. And when I did this as an experiment, I had to find out, would it just look like I'm going through the violent phase of puberty again? So this is basically about as much as you're going to get.
I think you look good. By the way, quick question. Are you going to do rings?
Oh, yeah, but I think I'm going to wear it around my neck because...
Oh, you would, wouldn't you?
Well, it's just I'll lose it. I'm going to lose it otherwise. What's the point in that? I'll lose it. I don't want to lose the ring.
OK, just checking. There used to be a stigma women used to say about not wanting to kiss a guy with a beard. Do you think that's all gone now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think a beard and stubble is different. I like stubble. I don't like a big, full-grown
like Brian Barron.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Brian Blessed.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're going to find.
I mean, you are in great company with this stubble, because William's not the only royal to sport stubble at the moment. His father, King Charles, rocked a beard way back in the 1950s.
That's too big.
That's too big.
Astounding, doesn't he? Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau sparked international headlines when he sported this beard in 2020 after taking a winter break. And would you believe our very own Jeremy Vine, I worked with him for years, but I never saw him looking like this, did sport a summer beard, and he took your views on whether he should shave it off or not.
That looks like a hangover
Sometimes
beard. That looks like a hangover stubble.
It's unfortunate to put him on, because sometimes I think it's giving midlife crisis. You know, when men suddenly grow a beard, it's like, what's happened in your life? Has she walked out?
I thought there was going to be a picture of me up there next after
Lord. After the break, we're going to be asking if criminals should be sent to Estonia to tackle prison overcrowding. Do give us a call now with your thoughts. 0207 862 2222. That's the number you need. We'll be back shortly. Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, wants to show gratitude to his country by doing what? Moving Christmas to October, implementing a 3-day working week, or making alcohol free on Fridays? Find out after the break.
Save up to £523 on your car insurance. He's just used Confused. JustUsedConfused.com.
Running a business can feel like climbing a mountain. It's actually a volcano. Xero accounting software can help keep your business finances running smoothly. Soon, climbing up that mountain will feel more like riding down one on a really cool bike that can time travel. Search Xero with an X, because healthy business is beautiful business.
Hastings Direct is simple. Great cover, great price, and a great app makes us one of the UK's top choices when comparing car insurance online. Hastings Direct.
This September, bake like lives depend on it. Host a Macmillan Coffee Morning and help us do whatever it takes to help people living with cancer.
Let's do it any way we can.
Let's do it for Dad. And for Hannah.
Let's do Coffee Morning. Sign up for your free fundraising kit today.
Let's do coffee.
Search Macmillan Coffee Morning now.
This one calls himself a guard dog, but the doorbell freaks him out.
I mean, he is cute, but would you trust him to protect your home?
Your home's safer with Verishure's app-controlled cameras and 24/7 monitoring. Sign up today and get 2 free smoke detectors set up.
Give us a bell or head to the website for a quote.
Which would you choose? This rattan garden furniture set or this one from Woucher? Woucher. Save now. Live wow.
Life in your 50s doesn't slow down, and if you're like me, you've done enough waiting. That's why I'm with Cover Today, the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period. Unlike other insurers, who could make you wait up to 2 years for full cover. With Cover Today, you're fully covered from day one. Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card. Don't wait around to look after your loved ones. Get Cover Today.
To find out more, call our friendly UK team or visit covertoday.co.uk.